GMGM guys, we're live. Just a minute, let me share the link. GMGM guys, please feel free to share the link. We're live. All right, I just shared the link now. All right. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning. This is the last trading day of the week. Yeah, actually, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, right here.
Can you hear me clearly? I'm about sharing my screen. All right.
Right here.
I'm about sharing my screen now. All right. So, what do you think about the state of the market? We saw that little correction that I was talking about yesterday. I think I mentioned that if we see that correction, I would close my AVAX short, which I actually did. So we're going to analyze that trade soon. Well,
Okay.
but what do you think? So
Yesterday, just like I said yesterday, I was on Bitcoin shorts yesterday. Or was it no day before yesterday?
yeah,
And got stopped out. I actually entered because I was very sure that Bitcoin will actually go down. And
yeah,
well, the good thing is that it came to my almost. It didn't actually hit my order around 66,700. I kind of closed the position because I had a kind of. I'm getting certain that it might retrace back, which it actually did. Well, the crypto market, I just feel like we are now trying to see buyers trying to move the market, but still we don't have that enough liquidity from buyers because of the huge sell that's already there. But buyers are trying so hard, to do something in the market to know whether okay, see, we are let this bull market be there, or at least let us recover. But still, sellers are we kind of have, let's say we have um let's say retailers trying to buy into the market, trying to say, okay, this is the market is going to stop here. We are going to buy. But the thing is that we have fresh funds, we have whales selling. So if even if it's just on this whale selling, it can actually just crash the market. But retailers are trying so hard to push this market a bit. So the market right now, I feel like we should now start getting considerate that we should start being careful of the market because um, we might start seeing upside movements from now because definitely one between the two sides, one group of people are selling or one group of tired of buying. But I feel like the sellers might actually get tired of selling. So we might at a point start getting movement. But I don't think it's for now. That for this month, I don't think we might be getting it for now. Maybe from March we might see it, but this month again we might not we are not going to see it. So and also this also affects other altcoins. Yeah, uh, most altcoins now I don't really trust them. Like I said, no, like that's why I don't trade them. Most of them are just doing pump and dump, especially all these new coins. If even if I must trade altcoins now, even if I must, okay, say okay, let me try taking altcoins now. My altcoins are normally most of those OG coins that have been there since 2020, 2021 that are still at
yeah.
least performing like Dash. Those are the type of coin I like trading, even if I must trade altcoins. And those are also the coins that I feel like even if I in the short term, if I must buy them to hold, that's the kind of coins that I kind of also look into right now. But yeah, the market might, kind of lose a little bit recovery for the month of March, at least because almost for 4 months now we have been going down. down. So March might actually change, maybe change to some things.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Yeah, so let's look at what has happened within the last 24 hours in the top 100 cryptocurrencies. So we can see Decreed did benefit the most in the last 24 hours amongst the top 100 cryptocurrencies. Now, if you guys recall yesterday, Decreed didn't really pump yesterday, but if you notice from yesterday till today, it has done about 20%, followed by Arbitrum. So let's jump to the charts. Now, if you notice something before we go to the chart, you notice Virtual actually moved a bit after doing a little of consolidation. And red, but we'll look at those ones once we switch to the chart. So let's switch to the chart briefly. So I'm sharing this tab right now. Now I want you guys to notice something. This is on 15 minutes. Let me change this to 4 hours, which is preferable. So I want you guys to notice something, please. This is Zcash. We took this Zcash trade day before yesterday. It was posted in the community. We actually did swing it twice. I think we did the first time was Tuesday into Wednesday, then the second time was Wednesday into Thursday. Yeah, so we swinged it about twice and we made good profit. And now it's back to entry. Got back to entry yesterday evening when BTC was correcting. Now, before I do any of market analysis, let's look at BTC and what we were anticipating yesterday. Let's see if it played out. So if you guys recall, the analysis we had yesterday, which I told you guys I wasn't trading BTC, but I was using it to speculate what altcoins would do. I told you guys there's a huge sell-off here. If you look at past, you'll see it, lots of rejection. Now BTC did reject, coming all the way down to fill this fair value gap we had here. I think yesterday is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. So I told you guys something that if BTC is going to dump or pump, it will happen afternoon or evening. Again, afternoon, evening, latest at night. So if you notice, afternoon, we went all the way to about 66K till yesterday evening around 8 o'clock or thereabout. We dropped to about 66, 67K yesterday evening. Now, while that was happening, I wasn't really interested in longing or shorting BTC. Like I said, I had to stick to my strategy. I shared this AVAX trade yesterday, if you guys recall, which I've modified the trade though, modified it. I shared it yesterday. So as at yesterday, when I shared this trade, if you guys go back to yesterday video and watch, my SL was here and my entry was somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. That was where I had my entry as at yesterday. My entry was somewhere around here as at yesterday. Now this trade actually dropped all the way to this point before I did a bit of adjusting because I entered more. I loaded more shots. I loaded more shots. Then the most recent shots that I had that I took, I had to like bring down my SL to this point. That was yesterday. But invariably, I gave you guys my plan for this trade, which was once BTC starts correcting, I'll track this AVAX trade and I would close the trade before BTC starts going back up, which was what I did yesterday. I was able to use trailing stop loss to squeeze out some profit from this avalanche trade before closing it. So if you guys paid attention yesterday and you monitored the trade, you find out that it actually played out because I said it that I'll be expecting BTC to at least correct. If it doesn't dump, it should at least, worst case, correct. And that correction, I will take advantage of it to close this AVAX trade in profit. That happened before BTC started reversing. And most times, because I can't stay up at night trading, I tend to use trailing stop loss to protect profit whenever I'm about going to bed. Once it's getting to 8, 9, 10, I use trailing stop loss to protect my trades so that if it's going this direction, my SL is also adjusting, protecting profit. And once it starts going against me, it takes me out of the trade in profits. That's a strategy that always works because when you're sleeping, Asian session, anything can happen. The Asians can wake up and dump BTC down to this level. At the same time, they can wake up and pump it all the way up. So most times, anything is possible. It can be at a resistance, they wake up and they pump it past the resistance. It can be at a support and they wake up and you wake up. You find out that it has broken the support because once they woke up, they had to like send it all the way down. So anything is possible in the Asian session. Sometimes it follows the trend, sometimes it goes against the trend. The best thing you want to do is protect your trade before you go to bed, unless you want to be awake watching what would happen. But yeah, you notice BTC was rejecting here yesterday, which was the sign I needed to understand that we are going to push towards this level again this weekend. That was the sign I needed. The rejections up here and towards the downside, BTC was equally rejecting towards the downside. So you can see that it wants to go up, but there are still lots of sell orders here. So it's now a question of which direction will give in. Would there be more orders here? Will people be more bullish and pump BTC to 72, 73K? Or would the bears win and send it down once it attempts to get to this position again? Most of these things we can never know, but what we do know is we can use BTC as an indicator to short or long other altcoins. That's what we do know. So for Bitcoin, and like I told you guys, what I'm most concerned about is where the month of February would close. February ends tomorrow, and if we zoom to the monthly charts, just briefly to the monthly charts. So if we zoom to this monthly chart, if you guys notice, you can see where BTC is currently at. Where we are hoping to close above is this line here, this cream line. That's where we're hoping to close above, which is like a stretch, looks like a stretch from where BTC is at today. If we can close above this line, that would be really, really good for BTC. To mean that BTC can still go up all the way to 100 and 510K within a few weeks or thereabout. That's what it would mean. But if we're unable to close above this line, then we might just dump faster. Might just dump faster. So that's why I'm really keen on seeing where this February candle would close because that would mean a whole lot if it was just a draw on liquidity or if it's a confirmation of further downtrend. So I'll encourage everyone to also pay attention to that. Now, looking at Gigo, I told you guys to take this Gigo trade yesterday. Let me just check. There's this Gigo trade that I told you guys to take yesterday. Okay, I think this is it here. All right, so this is it. I was just Gigo trade that while we were on the live stream, I told you guys to take this Gigo trade yesterday. Now, personally, it moved in profit for me, but I got stopped out based on break even. I got stopped out based on break even. Now, but by the time I slept, I had to jump back into the trade again. And this morning, I woke up in profit. Woke up in profit. So, which is why we always say it's good once trade is moving your direction, move from SL to break even. Very, very important. The only trade where I'm still at a loss is the bio trade. The bio trade, I'm still at a loss in bio, it's still a negative. It didn't hit my SL though, but it's still a negative for bio. That's this bio trade. Still on negative. I'm still holding it. Then we also have the AR trade. Trying to pull up that AR trade. And the AR trade, I told you guys that if BTC doesn't dump or do a serious correction, that trade should hold. But if BTC does that correction, then the trade might fail. But aside that, it's a trade that I'm very keen on, and I'm observing the trade I'm trying to open it right now. All right, so this is it. This is it here. This is the AR trade. So for me, this didn't take me out though. It didn't take me out because I know I'm still on the trade. Here it shows that it touched here, but for me, on Bybit where I took the trade, it did not take me out because I know I added more long positions somewhere around here before sleeping, but it didn't take me out. It didn't take me out basically. So what are we expecting? Personally, I'm still expecting BTC to get back to at least 69K, 70K, after which we might face another rejection. So I'm still expecting BTC to get back to this level. Personally, I expect us to get back to this level then before we might see further shots. But right now, I'm not really taking any much trades. Today specifically, I'm not taking any trade. I'm just managing my positions from yesterday. That's what I'm doing. I'm managing my positions, waiting to see what would happen. Probably I would have taken the red trade yesterday night, but it was at night already, and there was no way I was going to go risk any trade at that point in time. And that's because red was very undervalued based on BTC dump. It went back to 15 cents yesterday. This is it. It went back to 15 cents yesterday, but I didn't take the trade. This is red. So you can see how it pumped afterward, but I personally did not take the trade. I didn't take the trade, after which it did like an explosive pump towards the upside, but I didn't take the trade because I was already on certain trades and it was getting late, so I just didn't want to risk it. Usually, I try not to take more than two, three trades. Most times, I try not to take more than two, three trades. So, if I'm already holding some positions, even if maybe there are some good analysis I do, I might still not take those trades. Most likely, I won't take them. I just wait out till maybe I close some other positions. Another good one was River. I saw River. River did well. I was anticipating a shot, but I didn't still because there are certain positions that I was already holding. Headow presented another re-entry, but I didn't get back in. Saw it presented another re-entry yesterday evening. But yeah, I didn't get back in. So most times when we do this analysis, you can choose to follow our trade pattern or you can use yours. Personally, for me, I don't like taking more than three trades at once. I don't like doing that. So if I'm already in a trade, I might add two more max. It's just my own pattern of managing my account and also making sure that I'm not overexposed. If I see another amazing setup that I want to do, the best I can do is maybe, let's say, if I'm on this current trade, if for example I'm on this header trade and I see another amazing setup, huge opportunity, before I jump on that trade, I would move, if I had not done that already, I'll move my SL to break even. That's one. Then I'll most likely track this trade with a trailing stop loss to track the price. Then before I jump on that other new trade. Most times that is what I do, especially if I've hit my three maximum trade for that day. That's what I do. So that way, even if the markets were to go against me, I would have exited this trade automatically in profit. And if anything were to go wrong, it would be that last trade that I just took. Because I can't jump into a trade and immediately I'm setting break even. No, trade has to move towards my direction before I break even. And it also has to move towards my direction before I protect profit at 1 to 1 or thereabout. So you need to manage your trades very, very well. That's one of the reasons why most people don't make money in the market. They overtrade, some they don't manage their trades. And like this headout trade that we're talking about yesterday, where we spoke about where I did say I secured profit, came back to entry. There are still some persons that they didn't close and right now is in profit. They have still not managed the trade, they have still not broken even, they are still just waiting. So if BTC starts dumping, this trade will inevitably hit SL. If BTC does an aggressive dump back to 63K right now, this trade will hit SL. Most of the odds here will make a lower low. You should be able to observe how volatile these odds were. How volatile these odds are. Look at SUI. SUI ran to above $1 and just minor correction that BTC did, SUI dumped back to 90 cents. Extremely volatile. It tells you that there's no much liquidity per se in the market. People are still in panic mode, meaning nobody wants to hold. So even if people bought with $1 billion, they pump it all the way here. Even if somebody bought at this top price at $1, immediately he starts seeing it correct, the person will panic and sell, thus forcing the price to go down faster. And that's because there's no confidence yet in the market. The market is still in panic mode. So that should tell you something, that the market will be extremely volatile. Altcoins right now will be very, very volatile, extremely volatile. And the same way, you should take profit. Don't try to be the champion here. Ensure to take profit. That is what the chart is basically showing us. Ensure to take profit. Look at Uniswap. Similar thing happened. See how much Uniswap ran and see how much it dumped. I didn't take this shot, by the way. I was anticipating it, but I didn't take it. I think before I checked, it had moved too much, and now it's back to entry again. So you can see how much Uniswap dumped from 4.3 all the way to about 3.7. Note Bitcoin did not do any serious dump. So imagine if Bitcoin does like 4K or 5K dump. That means Uniswap will most likely make a lower low to go below 3.2, probably to maybe 2.5 or thereabouts. So the same thing with so many other coins, even LTC. You can see LTC2, the huge correction that happened based on just small correction from BTC. Yet AVAX, I'm still eyeing AVAX short. I'm still short AVAX again. I'm still eyeing it. Hopefully it goes up to 9 point something. I'm still eyeing the AVAX short because it still has like a huge gap to fill via the dump. So I'm still very much paying attention to it. I just need to see where we would close by tomorrow. Now, if you look at Zcash, you see the huge dump too from Zcash. You see like a similar huge dump from Zcash from about 260 or so. It crashed back to the entry of 235. There's very little liquidity in the market. People are just rotating the same liquidity. So you have to be smart. Even red that pumped crazy to almost 20 cents. See how badly red dumped. Yet red pumped very well to almost 20 cents. It pumped by, I think it pumped by almost 30%, if I'm not mistaken. Red pumped by about 30% pump. Afterwards, see the dump that followed. And it pumped to where we have like a resistance. Yeah, pumped to where we have resistance. You can see it clearly, 20 cents. That's where we have resistance. And you guys know I was anticipating this red pump where I was saying it, but it just moved too fast, so I didn't catch the trade. I was anticipating it where I said if BTC consolidates and makes its second move, red, ARO, and a few other projects that I'm anticipating, they would run. That's what I was anticipating. They would run, but the run has already happened and it happened too fast. I didn't catch it. But that's the point at the end of the day. You can't catch everything, and the few ones you catch, ensure to take profits. The market is extremely undervalued right now, and liquidity is very, very little. You don't want to be a bag holder. And if we go down further, altcoins will lose another 10-20%. So I don't know if we have any question. Actually, from your end, do you have any last contributions before we call it a day? Before we call it a day, we'll look at gold. So actually, let me hear from you. Do you have any last
Okay.
insight?
My last insight will be, I normally tell you guys to watch out for BTC every Sunday. We're not going to have this live tomorrow. So for BTC tomorrow, so BTC I'm eyeing around 68 or 71,000. Can you just show BTC, please?
All
Solomon.
right. Yeah, I'm coming. Let me open the BTC chart. Let me just find a random BTC chart. Okay.
So I feel like throughout today we might see BTC pumping to around $70,000 today. I kind of hope this is
HTS.
this are yes, I see BTC happening pumping around or even more. So while I see BTC pumping probably even on Saturday too.
Okay. So what do you think will happen
Then
when we get to 70K?
throughout
What do,
everything you said, I don't hear what you said, even when you are talking. I don't know whether
what do
it's
you
my
think?
network.
What do you think will happen when we get to 70K?
Of course, we are dumping back again to probably 60 something to 65 because my target has been that 65 before maybe we know whether we are going up again. So my target is 65 and around that kind of 71 and Sunday evening Bitcoin will dump. Just keep an eye. I'm telling you, just keep an eye on Sunday evening. We're going to have a
Sunday will be
dump
the
on.
first. Sunday will be first of March.
Oh, that's true. Oh my God, that's true.
So that will be a new month. To be a new month. So I can't really say about that though. I
Well,
know for February, all through February, we've been dumping on Sunday. All through
yes.
February, we're
So
dumping
I
on
don't know
Sunday.
whether something anything will change this much. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'll just keep an eye since it's a first. I didn't even know. I didn't even remember that it's the first week that is going to be first March.
yeah. It's
So,
first March.
but I'll just keep an eye on it, yeah. So that my little intake on today. So I'm
All
keeping an
right.
eye on it. But for today, I don't think I'll be trading anything today. So
All right, no problem. So let's look at gold
I'm
briefly.
not trading anything today. I might just keep on let's consider any opportunity. But if not,
All right, so let's look at gold briefly. So what is gold doing? Well, for gold, no clear direction yet, but just by me glancing on what's happening on this chart here, I can see that there's huge liquidity here, or you can call it support. There are lots of orders that will be resting on this zone here. There are lots of orders here, and we have this resistance here already for gold. So we know that gold pro trend is towards the upside, but if I'm neglecting the pro trend and I'm just focusing on what I'm seeing here, then what I'll be expecting is not necessarily for that to happen today, though, but what I'll be expecting is I want to see gold break above this resistance here. I want to see it break above there and get to somewhere here. So that's where I'll be targeting like a short. Once it gets there, I would wait for confirmation via rejection, confirmation based on rejection candles, then to short gold, targeting 1 to 2 or thereabouts. So personally, this is what I'll be on the lookout for gold. Break above this level, clear all of these orders here, tap into this fair value gap or this order block, anyone, then followed by a dump. The only thing that will make me take this trade is after I've confirmed to see that there's rejection forming here. Yes, that's one thing. So immediately it breaks above here. I won't just rush and start shorting. No, I want to see how the candle reacts once it gets to this point. I would want to see how it reacts because it can break out of this zone with huge momentum and it pumps above this level, takes out liquidity here, and before it starts going down. So most times you need to wait for confirmation, especially when you're trading like higher time frames. You need to wait for confirmation. It's lower time frames, a different thing entirely because you have shorter times to react. So personally, that's what I'll be waiting for. That's what I'll be anticipating for gold. Go above this level, clear liquidity here. Watch how the candle reacts. Short. So that's all for today, guys. That's all we'll be taking. And see you guys same time on Monday, which will be a new month. So bye, guys, and do have an amazing weekend. Bye bye.